Hello and welcome back. Now, last year I hit a bit of a milestone birthday. Yes, it had a 0 at the end, and the less said about that, the better. But my lovely wife Rebecca bought me a driving experience, and it wasn't just any driving experience, it's a driving experience at Knockhill with this man here. Now, for those of you who don't know who Gordon Shedden is, I thought I'd give a little bit of a rundown of who Gordon is, where he came from, what he's done, and why it will be an absolutely mega experience to go driving with him. He is a Scottish racing driver, born in Edinburgh in 1979, making him 43 now. He's had a mega career in racing, which didn't really start in the same way that most careers do. Now, your average racing driver generally goes into karting at about 4, 5, 6, that sort of age, and then ends up driving for the whole of their life. Now, Gordon didn't quite do that. He started when he was a kid with radio controlled cars. Then he moved on at the age of 16 to karting, which is a tad bit late for a racing driver, but it was enough to give him a massive taste for it. And at the age of 17, he decided he'd sell up everything he owned so he could afford to go and race for a few races in an old Mark II Fiesta. And from then on, his career was pretty much unstoppable. In 2000, he went on to drive in the Ford Fiesta Championship, winning it and taking 9 races, which then led on to some bigger opportunities. Namely, in 2001, he got a guest appearance in the British Touring Car Championship under the production class, driving a Ford Focus. And I found a video on that Ford Focus, which is well worth going and have a look at. I'll link it up there, wherever it is. Yeah, it shows you right round it, right inside, right outside, still in existence, really nice little Focus. Gordon then went on to drive in the St. Leon Cupra Championship in 2003, which he drove in for a couple of years and gave him the step up to the British Touring Car Championship for a full-time drive in 2006. He ended up driving for Team Dynamics, which back then was called Team Halfords, I believe. Even in the sim racing world, you may have heard about Team Dynamics. You remember that Honda lawnmower? That lawnmower was developed in the real world by Team Dynamics, this same one. Now, when he started the BTCC, he had a nickname of Sheds, which you probably don't recognise for Gordon. He's known as Flash, isn't he? Well, that started that first touring car season when the team gave him the name Flash, but Gordon did not like it and he protested somewhat. So the team, as they do in motorsport, doubled down on it. They put Flash everywhere. They put it on his pit board, they put it on his overalls, they put it absolutely everywhere they could find it, much to Gordon's protest. But it stuck anyway, and now he's known as Flash and is well known for driving under his driver number of 52. So in 2006, they were running the Honda Integra Type R, which then moved on in 2007 to the Honda Civic Type R. Team Dynamics ended up with full backing from Honda UK as well, so they were a pretty damn good team by then. So come around to 2012, Gordon's in a manufacturer-backed touring car team, and he manages to nab the title and get his first Drivers' Championship for the BTCC. Now, that certainly wasn't the end of his career. He went on to get 2 more BTCC championships in 2015 and 2016. So he stayed in the BTCC until 2018, when he moved on to the FIA World Touring Car Championship, in which he managed to get a win and a fairly decent performance before the coof hit, and I don't think he did much racing in 2020, but not a lot of people did, and moved back to the BTCC in 2021, back to the Team Dynamics car, which he's still driving for today, and his latest win was at Croft just a month back. So Gordon's had success not only on track, but he's also had it off track. He's had plenty of awards given out to him. He's won the Autosport National Driver Awards, not once, not twice, but 3 times. He's twice been the BRDC Silver Star winner, and has also won the Jim Clark Memorial Award. So unusually, Gordon doesn't have a manager forgetting about his motorsport business. He managed to fit in a business studies degree and manages it all himself. And while he's not doing his racing, he works at the Knockhill racing circuit, which is where we started this video and why I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going driving with what is such a legend in the British Touring Car Championship and general motorsport world. Cannot wait for it. And in preparation for that, I'm going to do some driving at Knockhill virtually on my rig. And I'm going to see if I can compare what it's like to drive in the rig with what it's like to drive with the real world. It should be a good comparison. I'm hoping that you stick around to see that. But anyway, if you've enjoyed learning about Gordon Shedden and his racing car antics, please drop a like. If you've really liked it, consider subscribing, and bye for now.